Hello and welcome to ESPN Extra Time in the company of John Barnes and Kevin Keegan with more reaction to a final score of Everton 1, Tottenham 0. This Barclays Premier League season is getting more and more exciting week by week. This is 3 defeats on the bounce now for Tottenham. The first time ever lost 3 in succession under Harry Redknapp, and Everton unbeaten in 7. What struck you about the performances of the two teams, Kevin?
Well, for Everton, they were just so Everton-like. You know, they did everything that you expect them to do. They were organised. They fought for every yard of Goodison Park today. They were tackling, they were closing down, and they pass it well. They don't necessarily pass it, like, in a flamboyant way. They'll keep it nice and easy. But they're on a run now, and Spurs the opposite, really. Their confidence looked pretty low today, especially first half.
Their formation in the first half just didn't work, but Harry Redknapp is firmly of the belief that they should have got something out of the game. Do you agree? Would a draw have been a fair result?
Well, you could argue. I mean, in the second half, Everton had 50 passes completed and Tottenham had 232. So the momentum was with Tottenham. Had they scored, I could have seen them going on to win it. But Everton did, as Kevin said. Everton, it doesn't bother Everton not playing without the ball. You know, when they have to defend, they defend. There are certain teams who have to play in possession. Without the ball, they're not particularly good. It didn't bother Everton that they didn't have possession in the second half. They defended well. But, you know, you could argue that Tottenham had their chances. And, you know, on the balance of play, maybe a draw would have been a fair result. But it wasn't to be.
Talk about the industry of Everton Football Club. In Nikita Jelavic, their new striker from Rangers, Croatian, that cost them £5.5 million. No better way on your home debut than to score. Very popular bloke at Goodison Park. What did you make of him?
That's quite impressive. I'm looking forward to seeing him because he did well up in Scotland. But, you know, everyone has this opinion, rightly or wrongly, that, you know, that's Scottish football. This is the Premier League. Can he do it in the Premier League? The signs were today that he can. And his goal, you would say, anybody else in the world scores it, you'd say that is world-class finishing because it wasn't an easy chance.
No. There will be discussion now about Tottenham because Harry Redknapp changed the formation round. Sort of Bale went over to the right, Modric played on the left, Defoe started with Adebayor, but it just didn't work in the first half. Did you agree with the way he went about it tactically? Could you see that?
Well, I mean, Modric is a central midfield player, and of course, without Lennon, you're looking for balance. Lennon and Bale have been the wide players. Without them, someone has to play out there because all he has are central midfield players. So Modric started out there. Had Modric started on the right and Bale on the left, I think that would have made more sense because Modric would still be able to come in field and allow Walker to get down the right, which of course he changed in the second half and they look more progressive. But, you know, the players that just didn't look comfortable. The Tottenham players didn't look comfortable with the way it was in the first.
When you talk about momentum, as we mentioned, this is 3 Premier League defeats on the bounce now for Tottenham. Arsenal are chasing. If they beat Newcastle on Monday, they're just a point behind. Can you see Arsenal catching Spurs? On the other hand, can you see Everton catching Liverpool now? Because that's a very close gap, and this is a derby match on Tuesday night. There's great local rivalries to play for.
I think the answer to both questions is yes, because this is the Barclays Premier League and teams do get on runs, and when they get on runs, Everton in particular, second half of the season, seem to be a different team. So, yeah, big games, but it would be a shame for Spurs, having had such a great season and entertained us so much with a brand of football, to see it just fizzle out. So, you know, with all the players they've got, they should be able to pick it back up again.
I can see Arsenal catching Spurs, but not Everton catching Liverpool.
True red, a true red.
Let's talk about David Moyes as he prepares to celebrate 10 years in charge of Everton Football Club. Well, what is your assessment of his contribution to the club and what he's achieved? Kevin, you go first.
Well, just immense. You know, he hasn't won anything, but he's won everything, really. He's done the very best he can do, the maximum he can do, with the resources that he's had. And over a 10-year period, he's always come up and produce the goods.
He's been sensational. All you can ask any manager to do is to maximise the potential of the players that you actually have. And that's what he's done for the full 10 years he's been there. A
trophy would be the icing on the cake. The FA Cup? You never know, maybe. And next weekend here on ESPN, FA Cup quarter-finals will be in the spotlight. The Tottenham-Bolton game on the Saturday, pre-match coverage from 4:30, and kick-off in the Chelsea-Leicester quarter-final on the Sunday is just after 2 o'clock. FA Cup quarter-finals on Saturday and Sunday next weekend. Gentlemen, thank you very much. What a pleasure it is to be in your company. That's it from Extra Time. See you soon. Bye for now.